Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys today? How's everybody? If you can hear me or see me okay, please leave in a comment. It's something that I have to check every time I go live. So just to make sure there's no technical issues. So if you guys can let me know in the comment, please. All good. Sounds good. I think the video is good too. So I hope because there's the green light ticking, so I think it's good. Okay. So welcome you guys to Talk with the Thais. It's a weekly video or live stream. Sorry, weekly live stream that I hope I can do every week. But yeah, so each week will be a different topic. But last week we interviewed Tony, Mr. Tony. We talked about general problems, issues, or his experiences in Thailand. But this week I have a special guest. He is a Filipino teacher. We will discuss about his experiences and his teachings, his background, everything. So usually on my channel, on my live stream, we talk about, we share ideas or issues that people who wish to come to Thailand to see, or the people who are already in Thailand but experiencing some cultural different misunderstandings or problems or things like that. So we can discuss here. So, but then disclaimer, everything I say or everything we say or share on the live stream don't represent all Thai. So my opinions don't matter, right? So I'm just a one Thai. So, but this is what I think, right? This is what I think. And what I suggest you guys are some things that you could learn or keep in mind when you're in Thailand. But does it mean that if you do something wrong and the Thais will get offended? No, right? No, but then it depends on the family. So so I have to say, clear everything before I start my live stream. So okay, let's bring Mr. Carlo. I think I don't know how to say his first full name, but I think you guys will meet him. Okay, let's get him in. So Mr. Carlo, good morning, sir. Mr. Carlo, can you see me? Carlo, good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Can you see me? I think you're a little bit lagging. Can you check? Can you say something? Mr. Carlo, can you check your sound again? So while you're checking your sound, I would like to say hi to a few people. So Carlo, take your time, check your sound, check your videos, and check everything. So I would like to take a few minutes to say hello to everybody. So we have ET in the house. Good morning, ET. Dave, thank you for coming. Tommy J, thank you for coming. And we have Tommy J. We have Joshua from Florida. How are you? And we have Tom Yam Kai. Brock, how are you? Jam, Kobis, awesome. Glad you could make it, my moderator. Okay. Okay, we're gonna wait for Mr. Carlo because he's staying at the Chumphon Vocational College. It's the college that we are working at. So the internet there is not very stable. So let's wait for him. So the first part, I'm gonna explain a little bit. The first part, it's gonna be me interviewing Mr. Carlo, and then the second part, you can ask anything. You can I'll open you guys to ask questions about Thailand or about the Philippines, where he's from. So yeah, Jose. So yeah, so after I get information from Mr. Carlo, and then I'll have you guys answer questions. Ask questions. Sorry, ask questions about Philippines or Thailand. So if you have any questions, please save it for a little bit later. Better, Mr.
Hello?
Carlo.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
good,
better now.
awesome. Yeah, awesome.
I
I told the audience that you are staying at the Chumphon Vocational College, and the internet there's bad, man.
no,
Right?
I'm actually probably it's because of the V8 amplifier. It's trying to disrupt the connection.
Oh,
So I'm
I didn't
using
know
a
that.
Bluetooth headset now, and then the V8 connector is it also has a Bluetooth on it, and it's trying to disrupt the connection. So everything is
Yeah,
fine now. Can you hear me?
yeah.
It's okay
Everything's
now.
fine. Everybody can hear you.
Okay.
You
Okay,
look
that's
good
good.
today. You look sharp and smart today. Ready for an interview.
I did a test run last night, so I did some acting last night, so I can test it if I look good or not. What will I look good in camera? What's the difference between this live stream and on TikTok? Oh, by the way, guys, I'm also doing TikTok. You can also follow me on TikTok.
Good, awesome. So yeah, I mean, like it's nothing like that serious. You know, we gonna, like you and I talking, right? We talk to brothers, sisters in the chat. So we
Yeah.
don't have to like stress it, you know. But anyway, so Mr. Carlo,
Yes.
could you tell my audience about yourself? What's your background?
Well, I'm a natural born in the Philippines. I live in the Philippines with two
Can
provinces.
can you
I
can you
was
say your name again? Can you say your name again?
okay.
Jose.
Yeah, my they pronounce my name as Jose Sir Bundalian. Okay, so Jose Sir Bundalian. ¿Qué pasa? Okay, Jose is like it came from the Spanish name Jose, and
Mm,
the Sir is it came from my mom. Her name is Ceres, so they
mm,
cut the two, so they combined the two. So Jose Sir, and of course my father wants all the male children to have a name Jose until to the grandchild down to the grandchild from
mhm,
generation to generation. And for the
mm,
grandmother, they name it Maria. So
mm.
all my sister has the first name Maria and me Jose. And down to the grandchild from generation to generation.
Nice. And what's going on with the Carlo? Carlo, is that your nickname or something?
Yeah, actually, the Carlo, I only got that name here in Thailand because
Mm.
when I first arrived here in Thailand in my school, they cannot pronounce my name like Jose Car. Okay, just call me Carlo anyways. So it's very easy to pronounce. Yeah, there's been a confusion.
Oh, okay. Okay, so can you tell my audience about your background and a little bit about where you're from and your transition to Thailand?
Well, as I said a while ago, I came from the Philippines. I live in two provinces because my mom is from the other provinces and my dad is from the other province. So I keep like going to different provinces. And then, of course, I graduated and studied in the Philippines, called Tarlac State University. I took my IT there. And then after some times, I took my MBA. And then after I finished it, I took my Master of Arts in Educational Management. That's it. And then suddenly I decided to come to Thailand, and I didn't actually prefer to work here. I was just invited by my cousin. Because that time when I was in the Philippines, we're having this kind of storm, like a family storm. So I need a break and I need a vacation. So I just came into Thailand. And then my parents decided that, okay, probably you could just stay there in Thailand and have a break and do a soul searching or something. So my cousin asked me to find a job, and he also helped me look for a job. By the way, he's already in the United States of America.
Oh,
He's working
nice,
there
nice.
now. Yeah, and then so just a call. I received a call from one of my cousin's friends. So I came to Chumpon as a computer teacher. So from the transition, but I, I didn't get overwhelmed so much because before I came to Thailand, by about a month ago, a month before I go to Thailand, I went to Thailand. I came here. Um, I do some searching first. I do some research about Thailand, like that, and then what will I do? Well, what's the proper behavior? But I'm just shocked on the when it comes to food.
How old were you when you came?
I came here around like I was 32, 32
32.
years old.
And
Yeah.
what did you do before? Like before you came to Thailand, what did you do before? Like as a job, or did you have a job
Oh,
before or no?
yeah. I have a job before. I actually have a business in the Philippines, and at the same
Hmm.
time, I am working in one of the biggest company in the world. If you know San Miguel Corporation, yeah, I work there as
San Miguel.
yeah, San Miguel Corporation. I'm a subcontract for IT departments, and then at the
Mm.
same time, of course, when you're receiving money, I invested in some businesses. So I
Mhm.
have two computer shops and two salons. The two salons I
Mm.
gave it to my sisters, and the computer shop I gave it to my brothers. They're the one who's managing it right now. And then like I'm a multitasker. I have so many jobs. When I was in the Philippines, I'm a businessman. I'm a subcontractor, and at the same time I'm a politician.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah, I was one of the counselor in our town. That's why. So I'm a
Yeah.
counselor.
I mean, you're fit for it because you're the type of guy who's willing to help people and help the even with you would help the students. You know, sometimes I see you help the students, help the teachers,
Yeah.
and help everybody. So I think you're fit for it. So and you
Well,
didn't like it? Did you quit because you didn't like it?
no, I actually like it. I didn't quit my job at San Miguel Corporation. There's been a decentralization, so
Mm.
I've been there for about 6 or 7 years. So the job is like it's not easy. It's very tiring. It's very stressful. So I need a break
What
for
you have
myself.
what you have to do at the company? What
Like
was your responsibility?
I'm the project manager there. Yeah. I have some programmers, I have some web designers, I have some assistants, I have some managers, too many people to manage.
Mm. One of our audience just asked, which province did you grow up in?
In the
Can you tell him
Philippines,
again? Yeah. What province?
it's called Tarlac City. If they know Tarlac City, it's you can find it
Is it
in
like
the NC
Talag?
TARLAC.
Tarlac.
TARLAC. Yeah.
Tarlac.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Oh.
Tarlac. It's we are located central Luzon, the center of the Philippines. Oh, not actually center of the Philippines because that's Visayas. Luzon at the center. We
Mm.
are at the center.
Mm. Mm. Nice, nice. And how did you know about CVC? Oh, by the way, CVC is Chumpon Vocational College. Chumpon Vocational College is the college that offers many subjects, vocational subjects like accounting, computers, hotels, food and beverages, and that kind of stuff. If you guys don't know already, but how did you find out about CVC, Jose?
Well, as I've said a while ago, my cousin has a friend from our school. So there was a job hiring before, and then her friend contacted him, and then so I came to CVC at that time. From that moment that they said we need a computer teacher, okay, I went already. It was actually my first time to travel from Nonthaburi, Bangkok, to Chumpon, about 8 or 9 hours. I took the bus for about 9 hours. I don't know why it's so slow.
It's
It was my
faster now,
very
but
first time.
back in the day, it was hella slow. But I think it's getting a little bit faster now. But did you know at that time that teaching was something for you or not? Like, okay, I found it. I found like the information from my cousin and everything. But did you know that at the time that Chumpon Vocational College was the right choice for you? What's the something for you?
Well, to tell you honestly, when I was in the Philippines, so I took so many degrees. Then I told my mother, Mom, I want to teach. Okay. So she said like, okay, so you want to teach? So what do you want to teach? Anything, according to my specialty. Then she told me to take the professional education course. She went to this school and enrolled me. Okay, you took this course and then you do teaching. Uh, to remind you guys, my mom is a retired teacher. We come
Mm,
from different generations of teacher. Probably I got that from my mother.
mm,
Um, then that's that time I feel like okay, I want to teach. So until it became a career when I went here, oh, I'm good in teaching.
mhm,
But since then, in the Philippines, we're doing a voluntary what do you call this? We're doing a voluntary service
mm,
um, because I'm also a member of Rotary Club International. If
mm.
anyone knows about Rotary Club,
The tiger,
so
right? The tiger logo.
no, it's different. It's the Rotary. The Tiger is different one. It's the Rotary.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Rotary Club. So I'm a Rotarian myself. So we've been helping a lot of people. We've been doing some teaching. So we're going in a province where there are indigenous people, and then
Mm,
we teach them about education, health, and everything. So probably it's in my genes to teach. From my
mm,
grandmother to my mother to my brother to my sister and down to my cousins. Yeah. So that's why I found my calling that, oh, okay, it's nice to teach. It's good to teach. It's good to feel to teach children.
mm.
So
Did
education
you
is
did, did you
probably,
get did you get a chance to teach Filipinos kids
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
a little bit?
Actually high school. Yeah, high
High
school
school. Oh,
and
nice.
then grade schoolers. Yeah. Yeah. I had a chance to teach them. But it's just a voluntary service. It's voluntary
Uh-huh.
teaching. It's not about it. It's not a regular job.
Uh, Interesting question. What do you think about? I mean, like the differences between the Thai students and the Filipino students. Can you tell us about it? What are some differences? I'm sure there are some differences, but big ones or small ones.
Yeah. Well, to tell you guys honestly, in my own opinion, okay, in my own experience, okay, I've encountered Filipino students, I've encountered Thai students, okay. To compare them, it's true that there are students that are naughty, there are students that are not naughty. Same with Thai
Mm-hmm.
and Filipinos. There are
Mm-hmm.
students that are good, there are students that are not good. There are students that are
Mm-hmm.
bad, there are students that are not bad. Um, the comparison is doesn't actually level up, because it's like they're the same. They're almost the same.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they're almost the same. The only difference is the language barrier and the level of understanding of Thais when it comes to teaching English or understanding English. But from Filipinos, yeah, I'm telling you honestly now, there are also Filipino students who lack understanding English,
Mm,
speaking in English and reading in English and understanding English. There are also students like that. Okay, there are
mm,
provinces that are are like that. They lack the understanding. So to encapsulate everything, uh, doesn't matter what's the difference from the Thai and from the Filipinos. Like the comparison is it's balanced. You know, we have the students from the Philippines like this that is the same from the Thai, and the only difference is the language, is the dialect.
mm, mm.
So
And
the
what about
comparison,
what about the behavior though? Like the behavior, like for example, like you know that already. Like the Thai student, sometimes they study something. It's because sometimes and some
yeah,
people, not all people, not all students, they study because they have to. Do you know what I mean? They study
yeah,
is
yeah,
because they have to. They study because their family wants them to.
yeah.
Do you know what I
That's
mean?
true.
And which is different from the Western students or the Filipino students. But but of course, it doesn't. It's not the same with all the Thai students. So do you agree with that? I mean, like, are the Filipino students the same, or do they have like passions? Like, okay, I want to be like that. I want to be this when I grow up. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a language teacher. I want to go abroad and work. What do you think?
In terms of Filipinos, during my time, okay, and my experience from Filipino children, of course, I know these students in my school. You know, when it comes to studying, we really study. Okay, what I mean is, when the teacher said you do this, or else you will fail, you'll take the consequences. We will really study. It's like there's fear in us that we have to do this. Okay, during my time, I got hit by so many teachers. It's like they do this to you so you can study. So I mean, it's like that. There's no fear, but you really have to study because they're not forcing you, but it's meant that it's for you. You have to study because it's for you. Unlike the Thai students, it's like they just come to school,
Yeah.
okay, sit down there, listen, and then it's okay whatever happens. If I fail or if I pass, I do my homework, I copied it, and then I give my projects to my activities. But not as the same in the Philippines. We really work hard on it. You know, this is what we call like what we burn our
Eyebrow.
eyebrows in studying. Yeah, we burn our eyebrows to really study hard and to pass the the subject, because if we don't pass, we have to repeat the subject again. So, uh, as I can say, Filipino children, teachers in the Philippines, they're very strict in educating the children, and the children really follows the teachers.
Mm,
I just don't know now, the generation now. As I can say, the generation now it's so different. But during our generation, the 90s, like that, the 80s, oh, you really have to study. You really have to study hard, or else you will not have a good education. And of course, the parents, okay, the guidance of the parents is very important. Now my dad always scold me, um, you study hard or you will not get anything. You will not
mm,
be somebody. If you will not be
mm,
somebody, you will just be there and nothing. I mean, I won't even support you if you don't study hard. If you don't
mm,
finish anything, okay, he said, if you don't finish anything or any degree, okay, I will just let you go. Get out of my house. That's what they said. That's what my parents told me. Um, Take note, my dad's in the military. That's why I'm so scared about him. While my mom is an educator, so the balance in the house, like there's good and evil, you know.
yeah.
But that's
Good.
true.
Mm,
What my parents are telling me is true. Okay, and that education starts at home, not in the
Mm,
school.
mm,
So that's what I'm trying to tell my students. Okay, your education start at home. If you do bad here in the classroom, it means that you're doing bad in your house. If you really want to learn, okay, and if you really want to be somebody, if you really want to be up here and you don't want to be here, so you do your job. You work hard, okay? You work hard on your subject, you work hard on your work, you do your homework, your activities and everything.
but I
But
think the most what's it called? The only thing I concern about is that sometimes the family they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the ideas how to what's it called? How to like in the West, they what's it called? They built their children by okay, kids, do you want to be an engineer? They buy like educational toys for them, right? Just to get the kids to like them, right? To get the kids to like them. Oh, if you want to be, oh, if the dad is the motorcycle rider, and he
yeah.
happens to want the kid to be a motorcycle rider like him, they buys they buy the toys for them, right? So in Thailand, they don't have
Yeah.
the what's it called, the support, the idea, the guidance, and everything, to guide them where they what they want to do and where they want to be, in life. So they just kind of like leave them, like in the cold, and then they just, because I believe that the things they do at school, they do at home as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
sometimes they decide to like put their feet up on the table or on the chair at school. That's probably what they do at home as well.
Yeah.
And I don't blame on the parents, because sometimes the parents tell them, but they just, the kid these days, right? It's difficult to advise them how to behave, but like they just talk back and everything, because the generation is changing, like you said, like with the social media and everything, like even in school they just look at the phones, right? Look at the phones. They look at TikTok and do look at everything, and all they do all day, like just copy, right? Copy the TikTok stars. So, and they want to be like, what's it called, like the game cast? Is that what you call it? Like the people who talk about the games on YouTube, or the reviewer or something, the game
Yeah.
reviews, the game critiques.
They're they've been playing Mobile Legends. They should ban
Yeah.
Mobile Legends.
I mean like when they ask them to tell me, okay, what do you want to do in life, what you want to be. Oh, a game cast. Oh, a TikTok star. And sometimes I tell them, that's not a real job. That's just like more like a hobby, right? I mean, you could like do it for fun, but to have like money, I don't know if that's gonna work, but I don't know. I feel like the social media and the YouTube and the TikTok and everything influence, you know,
Yeah, that's true.
it's a lot.
They
So
they get actually affected by the influence of social media right now. It's not getting good. But of course, we cannot generalize that. There are still good kids out there
mhm. Yeah,
who doesn't get affected of the influence of social media. And of course, peer influence is also number one. But the problem is that to all the kids in the world, Philippines, where what country you are, discipline is the most important part. Discipline.
yeah, yeah. Discipline, exactly. And how do you deal? How do you deal with the kids that have that kind of what's it called, like idea or mentality? How do you deal with them? Like when you go to class and they look on the phones and they put makeup. To me, it's what's it called? I don't really care about the makeups. I don't really care about the powder on their face. It just I know the school wants to train the students, right? But I don't really care. But how do you deal with the kids with certain mentality, like what I'm talking about, because you're taught many years. You've been teaching
Oh
many years.
well, here in Thailand, okay, I send them out. I said, if you don't wanna be here, you go out, or I'm gonna drag you on that door and send you out. That's what I'm telling them, and then they stopped. If you don't want to fail, if you don't want to get zero, um, hide that phone, stop it. And then
Mm.
after that, I do some counseling to the students.
Oh, by the way, guys, in Thai schools, usually, well, certain school anyway, not all schools, they allow students to bring their phone to school because they can use Google Translation when they study English. I know it's difficult to control, but it's impossible as well because sometimes they have a phone or two, right? Some students they
Yeah,
have two phones.
they
They
have a
tell us
backup phone.
they keep one phone in the back, but the other phone's in their pocket. They take into the class, and sometimes when I don't look at the students, they just take the phone and play a little bit. It's just difficult to control the kids these days.
Yeah, I think they should include the self-development subject in the school. In all the schools in Thailand, yeah, they should include that self-development. So students can do some. They have some counseling. You
Mm.
know, uh,
And
for
how
us
long
foreigners,
how long you been teaching in Thailand again?
uh, in Thailand about 8 years now. Eight
Oh, eight
years.
years. Nice, nice.
Yeah,
So
eight
you
years. Yeah.
used to it. You used to the Thai students.
Yeah, I got used to it actually. But of course, from semester to semester, year by year, I face different students.
Mm.
Although the from every year, I also encounter the same students, but they already know me. They already know. Once the students already know you, there's already like we cannot say like fear. There's already like they know you already how you teach them,
Mm.
so they know your style. Okay, so the students like okay, they just follow you.
Mm.
But from the new ones, from the newbies, well, it's like you're back to zero. You have to have another plan for them, have another counseling for them, so that they can learn from the next semester. They can start to know you again.
Yeah. So we have about 6 or 7 foreign teachers now at the Chumpon Vocational College, right?
Around six,
Around
yeah,
6.
six,
And
yeah.
maybe I would like to have you talk about the requirements a little bit. So if young Westerners who wish to come to Thailand and teach or get a feel of Thailand a little bit before they go out in the society, so they know how to behave. But do you agree that coming to Thailand and teach for a little bit for a certain time can prep you into Thai culture? Do you agree?
Well, it depends on the person. If they're really willing to do their thing in Thailand, if they want to work in Thailand they have to do a lot of research about it. You know, if you search Thailand in on Google in Wikipedia, it says like when it comes to teaching, they can just terminate you overnight. That's what it says on Wikipedia.
Why?
The school can just terminate you overnight if you did something wrong.
Really?
If
Why?
they don't like you, if they don't like you anymore, they can just terminate you overnight. So they call
Oh.
this like this is Thailand. But okay, as my advice, you don't have to prepare a lot when you're coming to Thailand. You only have to do some research about the culture, and if you really are willing to be a part of Thailand, if you are really willing to accept the culture of Thailand, there will be no problem.
What
If
are
you are
some
really willing
requirements?
to the
What are
requirements like if they want to have a job.
mm-hmm.
Okay,
A
so
teacher?
if you want to for teaching, the requirements is you need to finish your degree, of course. Number one is your bachelor's degree. If you want to teach in a college, okay, for us, I base everything the job hiring from according to your specialization. Number one, your degree, of course,
Mhm.
and then number two, your experiences, okay, your job experiences. So uh, as I give the subjects, I will not give you the subjects that is not in line in your degree,
Mhm.
and that does not in line in your specialization, and does not in line in your job experiences. Everything is in line. For example, I'm an IT graduate, so of course all your subjects, all your modules will be about computers, in line with computers. If you are a graduate of hotel and restaurant management, of course, all your subjects will be according to your specialization. But of course, when it comes to teaching English, only general English, okay, any degree will apply when it comes to general English. But of course,
But
there
they need
is
to have a
there
bachelor degree at least.
yeah, they should have a bachelor's degree, okay, but in general English, okay, some accepts, like, even though you're not a graduate of education, okay, because you're just teaching English, but make sure that you can actually teach the subject, okay,
Mm.
and educate the children according to your degree. So number one, important is your degree, okay, and your specialization, and then your job experiences. So if you want to work in a school, okay, so make sure that your degree is legit. Oh, that's the one. Your degree should be legit, okay, and of course some certifications will also a plus one for the job recruiters.
And you're teaching computer, right? Department mostly.
Yeah, mostly computer department, and I have some subjects in business and some English subjects. But most of my subjects are the major subjects in computer.
Mm.
So I tell you guys, it's a bit hard. Okay, as a teacher of computer, okay, as an IT teacher, it's very easy to teach the subject, okay, but it's very hard to make the student understand the subject.
Mm. Yeah.
Remember that, okay? It's easy to teach the subject. You prepared your lessons, your modules, but it's hard for the student to understand the subject. It's hard for the student to understand your lessons.
Yeah.
So you need a lot of patience for that. Okay? You need a lot of plans. Like you have a plan A, plan B, plan C.
Yeah.
You must have a different strategy on how the student will understand you. You know, if only they have this mentality of understanding English language, there's no problem. There's really no problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So about the requirements. So it's the bachelor's degree, and is it difficult, Jose? Is it difficult? Like, is it easy to get a job, or at least get accepted by the school?
Pardon?
Is it difficult to get accepted by the school? I mean, like the requirement procedures and everything.
I think there's a humming. It depends on the school because some school requires a lot of requirements for the. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because some school required a lot of requirements from the applicants, but us, we require the degree and the certifications, and of course the clearance from the police, and then some documents that you are allowed to stay in Thailand. Some certifications that you are allowed to stay in Thailand. Your visa, okay. So from other school, they require a lot of it. Okay, they require a lot of it, more than the degree, actually.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have to go orientation and seminars before they get hired from the school. Oh, by the way, don't go to agencies, okay?
Don't go to agencies. Yeah.
Yeah, don't go to agencies. Okay.
Long story. Just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because working at the college may sound like, oh, it's a big thing, right? But teaching Thai kids, it's like teaching kids how to walk. Basically, you don't
Yeah.
expect to teach them like a lot of information, or teach them like you don't have to prepare like what you would prepare at the university in Western countries, right? So teach basic, very, very basic vocabularies, play some games, make sure they're happy, make sure they come to class at least.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah, about Thai student, just, make it happy, make sure they understand a little bit. Of course, they're not going to understand 100%, right? Like if you have like, 30 kids in the classroom, okay, maybe at least 10 would understand, right?
Yeah, there's a small percentage that in 100% around 10% only understands it.
Yeah, and that's okay. That's okay. That for us, we already do our job. We could do our job already. But I mean, like in every class, I've had like several students in the past classes.
Yeah.
There would be one student who stand out more than the other. You know what I mean? Like there would
Yeah,
be
that's
one
true.
who stand out more than the other. Like there would be one who could speak English, understand English, could write English, and could help their peers.
One problem that the school is, I mean, in my class that I encounter, we have what we call contamination. Contamination means like if these good students had some bad friends in the class, he gets contaminated. Like he gets infected. It's like a virus. Like one virus spreads another virus from other students. That's a problem. Like
Contamination.
yeah.
Like what's it called? There's a saying in Thai: one black sheep could affect the rest of the white sheep, right? Is that the
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, that's true. So I always tell my friend, I always tell my students that you should choose your friends in your class. You should choose your friends. So because I have some students I encountered that they got infected by these bad students. So say before they're performing well, and then after a month they're not performing well anymore. They get
And
bad.
would you recommend a teaching job in Thailand for other young Westerners? Would you recommend it?
Yeah, if they're really, as I've said a while ago, if they're really willing to adopt from the culture, and if they're really willing to educate, okay, don't come here because you just need a job,
Mm,
okay?
good
Don't
point.
come
Good
here
point.
because it's very easy to find a job. You come here because you want it, you like it, you love it. Actually, I don't believe in the word passion. Like I have the passion to teach, etc., etc. Because if you hear passion from other people, okay, I've been hearing that for 1,000 times already. Passion, okay. They say passion. I have a passion to teach, blah blah blah. But when they got the job, okay, it's like an outburst. Okay, they're not who they are actually. Okay, so what I mean is, if you are really willing, not the passion, okay, if you are willing to accept everything, then get the job. But if you're planning here to just stay for a moment and work, uh, I suggest not. Don't come here if that's what you after here in Thailand.
Yeah, because sometimes from our experiences, or at least from mine, because a lot of young Westerners, they use the system so for them to stay in Thailand for a long time, because usually they can stay for like how long for teachers, uh, Jose? They can stay longer
Like
than the tourists, right?
yeah, they can stay this. They can stay longer, about 6 months. Actually, it's the minimum 6 months
Uh,
from the visa, 6 months to 1 year.
mm,
For the tourists, you can stay about 3 months.
mm. So some again some. Okay, I don't want to say there'll be dramas later.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
some foreign teachers, they come and use the system so they can stay longer. I mean, that's to me it's the I kind of feel bad, I kind of feel bad for the kids a little bit, but and then you give other young Westerners the idea. So I don't really agree with that method at all. But do you what do you have to say about if young Westerners come and work in Thailand? What are the benefits, or what will they learn from being a teacher in Thailand? Do you have any um, feedback or any information for that?
Well, for the young teachers, if you come to Thailand, you get to learn, okay, the culture on how the education runs in Thailand. You get to experience everything. You get to know the difference between your country and Thailand. Okay. So for the young teachers who really want to accept everything in Thailand, okay, you have to prepare yourself. Um, Not money, not about your how you will run your life in Thailand, but you need to accept everything, okay? Because it encapsulate everything. Okay, you come to Thailand, you prepare yourself, and there you go. You will learn it.
Okay, very good. Okay, Jose, ask. I'm gonna have the audience ask you a question or
Okay,
questions.
sure.
See if you guys have any questions for Mr. Jose. You can ask. Okay, so can you Jose? Can you see? Can you
Yeah,
see
I
on the
can see
screen?
it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You lose work visa and get a week to sort it or leave it. When you have problems, when you have what's it called? The situation you
If
explained
you
earlier.
have Well, if you lose your working visa, okay, the immigration will actually give you a week to find a job so you can extend your stay in Thailand. But what they're doing right now is if you lose your visa, you can actually go out of the country, extend your visa there, and then come back to Thailand. But since it's COVID right now, I think some immigrations are now accepting the COVID visa. Okay, if it's still there, the COVID visa extension, and you can extend your visa the nearest immigration near your place.
That's another one. Did he have? Did you? He means you. Did you have any surprises in the first year of teaching here in Thailand, like cultural
S-
uh, obstacles or whatever?
Surprises? Well, actually, I'm not surprised about it because when I first came to teaching, I said to myself that oh, they're like Filipinos too. They behave like Filipinos, but not all, of course. I was only surprised about the food. Okay, I didn't expect that they are very what do you call this? Uh, this
The
spiciness. Okay,
spiciness. Presentation.
yeah, the
I think the
spiciness.
presentation look the same, right? Thai food and
Yeah,
Filipino food, yeah, look the same. Is it spicier or not so spicy?
it's spicy actually. So during my first time here, I had this like stomach allergy. I had a stomach allergy because I didn't know it was that spicy. Because I didn't know that. I know I did some research about their food, but I didn't expect that it's so hot. It's really hot. The spiciness really. I like spicy foods in the Philippines, but it's so different here in Thailand. In the Philippines, if you eat spicy foods, you get to eat a lot. But here, you eat spicy foods, you stopped. You stop eating already.
Next one. Are you mistaken for Thai?
Oh yeah, all the time. They always ask me, "Oh, Thai, oh, you look like Thai." Yeah. Everywhere I go, they thought I was Thai because we belong to we are Asians, and we have neighboring countries like Indonesia, Malaysia. So we get these bloodlines.
The next one.
Has been working on a year-to-year work visa for this last 8 years. No, I only stick with my old school, with my school right now. I've been teaching there for 8 years. I don't jump from school to school and renew my visa every year. But oh yeah, but of course, we extend our visa every year. We renew our contract in the school every year.
Mm. Very spicy and not sweet enough. Usually Filipinos food a little bit sweet, right, Jose?
Yeah, there's a little bit sweet. There's a bit spicy, but not as spicy as Thai. Thailand, you have a different spice. I mean, it's a different spicy, you know. If you go to Philippines, you try the spicy there, you get to eat a lot. But here in Thailand, I told you, if you eat food here, spicy food here, you get to stop eating.
Yeah, the spicy food in Thailand could kill you. Some food could kill you, like the spiciness. Okay. Uh, there you go. That's another one.
So the
the
school
school
keeps you
keeps
on.
you on and does your work visa.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I assist. I also assist in doing our visa here. Uh, since I'm the representative of the foreign teachers, I also assist our secretary to prepare for the visa. Sometimes we do the visa on our own, and we also assist the other foreign teachers to do their visa. So here we help out. We help each other out. So we just don't tell the teacher, okay, you do this, okay, you do that. No, we really assist them. We guide them here. We help them. Okay, so come to Chumpon and probably we can help you out.
Okay. So we are more like a family, like a team, right? So a team of
Yeah,
5 foreign teachers and one inbred
hybrid. You call
and
it a
one inbred.
hybrid.
Uh, People always asking me, "Are you Filipino?" Yeah,
Oh yeah, all the
yeah.
time.
Sometimes we look the same, right? I mean, like some people look like Filipino, some people look like Malaysian. I mean, we all look the same anyway. Like southern, what's it called? Like South Asian,
Yeah,
something like that.
South Asian countries. Yes,
Yeah, we look the
like
same.
that's why we have this ASEAN. So Southeast Asian country.
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think I lost you there.
Uh, let's see. So teaching is a way to long stay if you have the right stuff. I
What
guess.
kind of right stuff? Yes, I guess so.
Yeah, that kind of right. Yeah, yeah.
But to tell you
I,
guys, in Thailand, it's a good place to retire. Actually, in comparison with my country, okay, I want to retire here.
There you go. That's the answer. Because I think some of my viewers have been talking about going and checking Philippines out a little bit, like to see
Yeah.
how things are there and everything. So yeah, so maybe you could tell them about the Philippines, like how things are, the culture and everything. So
Well, we all know that the Philippines is influenced by uh, many countries. Okay, so we have Spanish, okay, Spaniards, okay. We have America and Japan. So and we all have that influence in the Philippines. And of course, right now we have Chinese people there, Koreans, and some Indians. Okay, when you come to Philippines, okay, we are considered the most hospitable country in the world. Okay, we are very hospitable. You come to our house, okay, we accept you, we feed you, and then you can actually sleep on my bed. Okay, that's how hospitable are the Filipinos. But I'm not generalizing. Okay, there are still Filipinos, of course, out of balance. Okay, and there's some what do you call this? Some cultures that does not adapt from other Filipinos. Okay, let me say that because Philippines is separated with different islands. We have like 7,800 plus something islands. Okay, uh, each provinces in Thailand, each province, we have different culture. We speak different dialects or languages. We practice different culture. Okay, we practice different religions. Okay, we practice different beliefs. But all in all, okay, to encapsulate everything, we speak our general language as Tagalog. Okay, we understand. Okay. But as I've said, Filipinos doesn't coincide sometimes because we have different culture.
Mm. And another question from Tommy J. With the exception of the last 2 years, how often do you travel home?
Oh, twice a year actually. Twice a year, I travel home in the Philippines. Every semester, every vacation, every holiday, I go back to Philippines and stay there for 2 weeks or a month. But for now, it's been 3 years now since the pandemic.
I find that Filipino food is not spicy, but when they are able to grow some amazing chilies.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Uh, if you want some spicy foods, you go to the Bicol region. Yeah,
So where?
Bicol region. Bicol,
Bigo.
Bicol,
Oh,
Bicol, Bicol. Yeah, they have what they call Bicol Express. Oh, it's really spicy. And I think some Mindanaoans from the southern part of the Philippines, they do cook some spicy foods. My mother-in-law is from Pangasinan. Yeah. Now it's our neighboring province, Pangasinan. After Tarlac, it's Pangasinan. Um, I suggest you go to Palawan, Visayas region. I think that's Visayas region. It's in Palawan. But on Central Luzon, you can find a lot of sceneries and beaches, especially if you go to Hundred Islands.
mm.
Have you heard about Hundred Islands, T?
No, no. What is it?
No. It's a place in Pangasinan where where they call it Hundred Islands. You can see 100 islands, 100 islands,
Mm.
and you can just hop and travel from different island to island.
So you have to hop on a ferry and to go to different islands.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
If you
that's
have if you have a
that's tiring, man.
if you have yeah if you have a speedboat or a yacht, there's no problem.
Yeah. Well, have you visited all the islands? Also,
Oh no
most of
no,
it.
I didn't have a chance. I just got there and just look at the scenery and then just stay there. But I visited the Corregidor. If they know Corregidor in Bataan, Corregidor.
What is that? Is that
Guys,
a type?
if you know Corregidor, okay, for the Americans out there, I salute you. Okay, Corregidor is one of the base in the Philippines where Americans stayed as their one of their detachment. Okay, Corregidor is one of the historical place where MacArthur visited before World War II. I think the Japanese invaded the Philippines and they attacked Corregidor. It's like I think it differs doesn't differs from the Pearl Harbor because
Mm.
yeah because the Americans has a base there in Corregidor in that island. You can have there are caves that they put all their ammunitions and everything.
Mm.
Corregidor. Try visiting Corregidor, guys. It's a beautiful place in Bataan.
I'm gonna have to put that on my list. And next question: what YouTubers do you follow, if any?
YouTubers. Oh, okay. Um, Most I follow are from physical fitness, like Simon Panda. Yeah, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay. Mostly fitness guys I followed on YouTube.
There you go. Because you work out as well, right? You exercise and work
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. I got the ideas from the YouTubers.
I've heard that Philippine students still place wreath at American GI cemeteries.
Well, what kind of rates? What kind of rates? American. Uh, There's actually a cemetery in the Philippines in Clarkfield, Pampanga, and I'm not sure if they're still in Olongapo City. Yeah, because
Mm,
it's one of the bases in the Philippines of the Americans before.
mm.
But I'm not sure right now if they still do that.
Um, so if they want to go and visit Philippines, where would you suggest? Like the
If
best
if you're
area?
Well, if you are a beach person, you go to Palawan and Boracay, and there are actually so many beaches in the Philippines you can go to if you're a beach person. But if you want something like very native and cold weather, you go to the upper north of the Philippines. Actually, if you will start in Manila, going to the north, you can see a lot of scenery already. You can experience a lot of places already. So many tourist spots in the Philippines. So many.
That would be World War II memorials.
Yeah, yeah. They call that libingan ng mga bayani, I think. Or if I'm not mistaken, okay, if I'm not mistaken. You can find them in Clarkfield, Pampanga, and Olongapo City. I think in Manila too. They have that in Manila.
Mm. Man,
I think
I
in
wish.
Thailand you have that in Thailand too. I think.
Yeah, I think we have that in Kanchanaburi.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Kanchanaburi. Yeah.
Yeah, the death, what's it called? The death railway bridge, whatever. Like when the Japanese attacked, well, not attack, well, something like that. When the Japanese was passing through Thailand to attack Burma, how's that?
Yeah.
And then they built the railroads, and then they, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think in Kanchanaburi on the west coast of Thailand. Yeah. So any plans, any future plans, Mr. Carlo? Are you gonna plan to retire in Thailand? How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I think I'm too old already. I feel too old already. I'm 40 already.
40? No.
Yeah, I'm already 40, and actually, I want to retire here in Thailand. I want to live here in Thailand. But of
Do you
course,
have
I also I have to go home in the Philippines once in a while. But I want to retire in Thailand.
family, kids, wife?
Well, I'm still looking for that.
Okay, very good, and very good. And we have two, I think, three more, right? Three more Filipino teachers, right, at our school.
Yeah, yeah, three Filipinos. Two from the south. Oh no, yeah, two from the south and one upper north of the Philippines.
And one Russian.
Yeah, one Russian and me and you. Yeah, all six.
Cool. And
Just a
hopefully we
six of
stay
us.
together. We stay uh, together as a six. Cool.
Yeah, well, we
Go ahead. Go
we
ahead.
we 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 experienced a lot of colleagues already here in Chumphon.
Yeah, we have
So
had
many
many,
foreign
many,
teachers. Yeah,
many foreign teachers. Yeah, we've had one
yeah,
American, one Finnish,
yeah. One from Finland, one from France.
from France, and who else?
Yeah, and we have from before we have from Italy and Spain.
Spain. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Many good combination.
yeah, a lot. Yeah, so many combinations. Oh, we have one from Turkey before.
Turkey.
Turkey. Yeah, we have one teacher from Turkey before. And
Who
I
was
think
Turkey?
before me, Turkey.
Oh, yeah. Turkey. Yeah, the guy, the man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and before me, there's one from Ireland.
Oh, really?
I come to Chumpon, yeah. They said so many foreign teachers already have work in Chupon Vocational College.
Cool. And
I'm
are
the
you gonna?
last. I'm the last. I am actually the last old person of the foreign teacher in Chumpon in our school. I am the last batch.
And are you gonna continue to teach at Chumphon Vocational College?
Yes, yes, of course. Yes. Probably I will retire after 10 years, probably 10 years
Sure.
more, and I will retire. Yeah.
Very good. Good to have you in our school, and good to be working with you too. So I hope that you don't quit. You don't retire
Of
early.
course, I'm
Very
not
good.
planning to quit because I love my job and I'm used to it. I love the culture.
Didn't Patty Doyle from YouTube used to teach in a school in Chumphon a few years ago? Yeah, I met him before, Patty. He used to teach at Niramon School. You know Patty? He's a YouTuber now. I don't think you
Wow,
met him before.
Patty too. Yeah, I
It
never
was
heard of
like
him.
way back
Mhm.
when I was still studying in America, and I would come back every year, right? And there was one year I came back, and then I got a chance to meet Patty Doyle. He was cool. He was a chill guy to hang out with. But back in the day, he was just a teacher, but he didn't do YouTube. He was working with
Oh,
at the what's it called? Kindergarten school, primary school in Chumphon. Yeah, and he stayed here for many years, many years.
I, I got to follow him on YouTube. Later, I will subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Yeah, yeah. Go see. Maybe you could. Maybe you recognize him. April 25th, there will be.
Anzac Day, dawn
Oh yeah.
service.
Also at the War Grave Cemetery. Yeah,
Yeah, if
yeah.
if Kanchanaburi is only close
That's
here
right.
in Chumpon, yeah, we're happy to go there and visit it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you remember. Oh,
I
you
didn't
didn't
go.
come with us before. Yeah, you didn't go.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah. We passed through it. Yeah, before. We went to the north before.
So you went to the north and Phetchabun, and then you stopped at several places, right? When the Chumphon
Yeah,
Vocational College went on the trip, took teachers on a trip, and you passed
yeah.
through Kanchanaburi, and you stopped at
Every
the gas.
day, every day, we pass through different provinces and we stay there and then we stay overnight and then we go to another province again the next day.
Yeah.
Kanchanaburi. Kanchanaburi is actually a beautiful place. It's a good
Yeah,
place.
a lot of what's it called? Rivers.
Yeah, it actually reminds me of Olongapo City in the Philippines.
Mm. So one of my viewers just posted Patty Doyle's link. Maybe you could. I'll send you his link,
Yeah.
Jose. I'll send you his link. I think you recognize him because if you've been here for a long time, then you probably remember him.
Probably I will search his name. Patty Doyle.
Yeah. You
Oh
have to get.
yeah.
Remember him? You
Does
have
it
to
have
get.
a TikTok?
I don't know. I don't really know.
Yeah, I subscribe already.
I think he quit the teaching job like not so long ago. I think he was teaching in Chiang Mai, and then for some reason he just quit, and now he's doing YouTube full time. Patty. He lived in
Yeah, I've
Chumphon,
been
and then he
seeing his
moved to Chiang Mai for many years, and then he just quit
I've
recently.
been see, I've been seeing his videos. I think I'm not sure if it's on TikTok. Patty Doyle. Wow, his videos are awesome. Guys, there are too many places in Thailand to see. Okay, 1 month it's not enough to see all the places in Thailand.
Yeah,
Even a
yeah, yeah,
year.
yeah.
I've known some Westerners. They said that even a year, you don't get to see all the places in Thailand. There's so many places to see.
Yeah, and many new places are popping up too. So yeah, I don't think a year would do you or would do it. You know, like at least need to say like 2 or 3, or come to teach at in Thailand, and that way you can have times to you have money and you have the time to go places in Thailand.
Yeah, that's true. Honda Dream at the moment, wow, it's probably riding a big bike, you know.
Honda Dream is the classic Honda, the small one. I used to
small
tell
like Honda.
I used to tell him to get a big bike. I don't know why he did it. I used to tell him to get a proper bike, big bike, so that way you can carry more stuff and will be like what's it called? The road
Get too
friendly.
far. I tried my Honda Wave going to Wahin. It works. Only using my Honda Wave back and forth.
Yeah, yeah. I used to ride my Yamaha 125 cc to Hua Hin and back to Chumpon. It was it was fun, but it was not a comfortable ride. It was
Yeah, it's like your
yeah,
ass hurt a lot.
yeah,
I get to stop over like 5 times before I
yeah.
reach Wahin.
I mean, you could do it. I mean, like a smaller bike, but it's not a comfortable ride. It just you have to push it. You have to really push it. You have to be patient. You have to be everything. You know, it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to have time. How's that? You need to have time because usually when I go to Hua Hin, it takes about 3 hours or 2 hours and a half. But when I was riding when I took my Yamaha to Hua Hin, it took me like 5 hours. 5 hours to Hua Hin, even longer. So that's not gonna do it for me. It takes too much time, you know, to go to places and
Yeah.
everything. So you guys have any more questions for Mr. Jose before we finish our live stream for today? I hope you guys learn a little bit, maybe about how the life of a teacher in Thailand. I mean, it's not as bad as many say it is. You know, like if you read the articles online, oh, the teaching in Thailand is this and that. You know, don't listen. I mean, like they, you know, a lot of opinions, right? So what do you say? What Mr. Jose, what do you say to the people who like to those who say teaching in Thailand is bad? It's not a good thing. So do you have anything to say?
Uh, I cannot blame them for saying that the teaching in Thailand is bad because probably they have experienced something bad in Thailand. You know, uh, I cannot blame them because not all the time that there are bad education or there are bad work in Thailand. It only depends on you how you will accept that job. So, of course, the first thing is you have to do a lot of research on that school before you accept the job. So,
Yeah,
if you don't want to experience the bad education or the bad work or the bad teaching in Thailand, you have to do a lot of research first.
yeah, but mostly like I always say, you know, like they come with expectations, right? They expect Thai school are the same
Yeah,
as the Western country. They're not the same. You know, they're not the same, and co-workers and the working environment is not the same. So
yeah, that's
don't expect it. Some because like a lot of the young teachers, they come from English speaking countries. They come and expect that they're going to be living in a big city, right? Which sometimes
probably from other Westerners and not only Westerners from other people from Asian countries.
yeah,
Uh, they get shocked what they expect from the Thailand culture because they don't practice that culture in their country. So when you come to Thailand, oh, it's different from my culture. So the question is, how will I adapt myself from this culture since I have a different culture?
yeah, yeah. Okay. Mr. Brock said the bad stories are sometimes from bad teachers and sometimes from those working through agencies. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's what I said a while ago. They have experienced something bad from other people and from other school. It's really true.
So here's the one you should answer.
Has he not had a Thai lady cook him yet? No, not yet.
Oh, I don't believe you, man.
And I never been to a walking street in Pattaya or in the city in Bangkok. I never had. Never tried.
You don't need to go to those places. Yeah, you could just stay at Chumpon Vocational College.
Oh well, a Thai lady. Actually, I had a Thai girlfriend before, but it's a long time ago. Yeah, but not a old lady.
Okay, I guess any last words, Mr. Jose, before we part?
Mm.
Any
Well,
last words for the viewers about
okay, to all the
Thailand?
viewers out there, okay, to all the viewers out there, thank you for your questions and thank you for being a part of this live stream. My only advice to you is keep it cool when if you want to come to Thailand, do some research and study what's in Thailand. And if you're just planning to take a tour, okay, as I've said a while ago, there's too much to see in Thailand. Okay, just explore and have fun. Okay, I hope you have learned a lot from my opinions and from my messages, my advices, and from my experiences. And I thank you, Teacher T, for inviting me to your live stream. This actually helps a lot. And guys, if you want to follow me on TikTok, my TikTok account is DuxDeus1220. DuxDeus1220. I also have a YouTube channel, but it's actually still inactive. Just type my name and you can see my YouTube channel. Okay, guys. So good luck to everyone.
Hang on. Okay, so thank you, Jose, and I hope to hang out with you soon because we live close to each other. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you for your time, and please stay tuned for the next topic. Next topic maybe next week or when I have time. I'm not sure yet when. So the next topic gonna be about only me. So but I'm gonna be open for anybody to join me for a talk. So for the next live stream. So thank you
Okay,
everybody
just
for
let me know and
coming.
I'll be there.
Okay. Thank you everybody for coming, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.
Yeah. Take care, man. Oh,